30 years seems to be a long time ago. The United Way operation 30 years ago was doing quite well and executing its mission.
And at that time, all of the philanthropic organizations received a lot of their funds from United Way and directly. So that was a good organization.
But as is always the case, there was a need to find ways to raise more money. Mattie Levitt was involved in the United Way operation on a national basis. And from that relationship and association, she brought back to Des Moines the concept of the Tocqueville Society. There were a number of us, a few of us at least, who immediately responded because of our respect and admiration for Mattie, and because we realized that this indeed had the potential of becoming something quite important to United Way.
Dave Crichton and Mattie Levitt really got us both involved, and they felt so strong about it and were such strong-willed people that they made us realize the value of it, and they were quite a team. I'll tell you, whatever success it had, everything has to have its beginning. It has to be by people that are dedicated, and there was no one more dedicated than those two to get it going.
Our community was one of only 5 to launch the Tocqueville Society 30 years ago, and today remains one of the top performing Tocqueville societies in our country.
The Tocqueville Society is, in my mind, one of the most important elements of the United Way campaign because it speaks to individuals as opposed to corporations, and how those individuals are engaged in the community in terms of paying their civic rent, in terms of trying to fulfill the human and social service needs of our community. Those are all very important elements of our community, and that's one of the reasons why we come together so well as a community.
What differentiates Des Moines is we harness the energy of our people. We harness the gifts of our people. We harness the expertise of the businesses, and we harness that in a way that's focused, it's targeted, and it really does facilitate greater impact. And there's a great analogy to that with the Tocqueville Society. The growth that we've seen has allowed United Way to really harness those donors who are generous enough to share at the Tocqueville level and to do things that are bigger and better than what we would have been able to do as individual contributors.
Personally, Tocqueville Society is being involved with 300 plus leaders within our community that are 100% dedicated to the mission of United Way. They have made a knowledgeable, informed decision that what United Way stands for and where those dollars go within our community are going in exactly the right direction.
And we're proud of the company that we keep, because as you look at other people who've made those same decisions, you can see that you are aligned in what you support. Consequently, as a Tocqueville Society member, I feel one of my responsibilities is to recruit additional members. And that first request might be just a little bit nervous. You might have a little bit of trepidation. And then you simply ask them, they say yes, and you feel so good because you know the good that will become of their gift.
Plan on it being an annuity. It's not a one-time event. It's basically forever. I always say it's a little bit of the difference between a date and a marriage. It's not a date, it's a marriage. So get married to United Way, and I think people understand it. Once they become involved and they see who else is involved and they think of all the differences that we can make in this community as a result of the Tocqueville component, it's a pretty easy sell.
Well, I was certain that it would grow. I had no idea how it was going to be 340, of course. But word of mouth and the promotion of the Tocqueville Society has been successful.
I've often said that if there was one thing I had to give up, if there's anything I had to cut back on, United Way would be the last, because it does so much good.
We are so proud of what our Tocqueville Society has been able to accomplish in the last 30 years, and we so look forward to the next 30 years. To the founding members of our Tocqueville Society, and to all the Tocqueville Society members, thank you.